What do you do when you are looking for the easiest yet most flavorful enchiladas out there? Well, you come here to Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Kitchen. My name is Sonya Paz and I am your spice master here today. And I'm going to show you a super easy and super flavorful, aka yummy, enchilada recipe that is so easy with the use of my Instant Pot, some key spices, and some Sonya Sweet and Spicy. We're gonna knock this thing out of the park. So let's get started. So there's one thing that my family loves, and that is my enchiladas. I make them, they're super quick and easy. I've never seen how anybody else has made theirs, so I kind of just went on how I do things and how I like them, and ingredients that I usually incorporate into that, including some beautiful spices, my chicken breasts, and of course, Sonya's Sweet and Spicy Jalapeños. I love this recipe because it is, like I said, super, super simple. I went ahead and I cooked up my 4 chicken breasts and my spices in my Instant Pot at 9 minutes, and it was super fast. And when I say super fast, the Instant Pot does all the hard work. And I'm going to show you right now how I prepared all of my chicken in advance. So I have everything ready to go into my Instant Pot, where I've put 2 cups of water. I have my 4 chicken breasts here, and I have my spices, which include my cumin, salt, ground red pepper, smoked paprika, and a little mixture that I make that I store, which has just more salt and pepper. It has a little bit of sugar, some onion powder, some garlic powder, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and just, you know, whatever I've got in my spices, I kind of go ahead and I put that all together, and I just kind of make this little mix. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken. And sometimes what I end up doing too is I add in all of the spices and put it into the water. But this time, what I'm going to do is just add in all of my ingredients. So I got my cumin, a little bit of salt, my pepper, and then I'm just going to mix it with a spoon, and then I'm going to put it in there for 8 minutes. I will just go in and mix it up a little bit, just like this, just to get everything dissolved. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put on my lid. I'm going to put this where my valve is on, where it's going to be, no steam's going to come through. I'm going to put this on manual. I'm going to put this on for 9 minutes, and it's going to go ahead and start doing its thing, and we will come back. All right, so the timer went off. I did a natural pressure release on this, and look at these chicken breasts. Beautifully seasoned and ready to get shredded. I'm going to shred these with a couple of forks, and then we'll start getting our enchilada mixture all settled. So when I get to shred up my chicken, I just kind of start slicing it a bit, and you see this just completely falls apart when I cut it with my knife. And this is all done with the Instant Pot. So I just kind of want to do this, and then I'm going to just literally just tear that up. You can do this with your knife, just cut it up a little bit more. I've got some here that I went ahead. You can tear this up with your fork, which I'm going to end up doing. Probably put these back on here. And I just literally smash them. You can take a couple of forks and just start tearing these up, and I'm going to continue to do this really fast. All right, so I have my chicken all shredded and it looks amazing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be adding in about a half cup of Sonya's Sweet and Spicy, and I'm also going to be adding in my mild green chili enchilada sauce. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our tortillas and we're going to start assembling everything. So I'm going to go ahead and add about half of this can over into here. And I'm just going to mix that up. Now note that all of my chicken is completely seasoned with all of the spices and everything that we had cooked it in the Instant Pot. And be sure not to throw away the juice or the broth that's left over, your chicken stock left over from the Instant Pot, because you can freeze that and use that for soups or whatever later, because it is completely beautifully seasoned with chicken and the spices. All right, so I'm gonna maybe add just a little bit more. Yeah, so that is about half of that can. And we want it just so it's going to be really nice and coated. Everything's coated in here and it looks good. I'm going to take my Sonya Sweet and Spicy Jalapeños. I'm just going to add that in there. And we're going to mix this in thoroughly. Now you can add corn to this. You can add olives if you want. I forgot corn, so I usually do put corn in there, but I'm not going to be putting it in today. But you can chop up olives and also put that in there. All right, so this is great. Let me try this out really quick here. Perfect, perfecto, just like I like it. So my tortillas are just lightly toasted in the oven. I'm just gonna get them so they're more able to work with me. I'm gonna save the rest of that sauce until we get, pour that on all afterwards over the tortillas. So I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling these. I have set my oven to 380 degrees and we're gonna let that heat up. And what I do is I basically put the mixture right in here, fill it up about this much. Oops. And then I put all my cheese in here and then I wrap that up and I set it to the side and I'm just gonna continue until this is full. Now here's a little trick. Sometimes your tortillas want to spring open. Use a mug and hold that there until you make your next one and you just keep working. That's what I do. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Perfect. Add my cheese. And I'm really generous on how much I fill these up. So move that over. And I'm going to just finish this up here. Now what I end up doing is I'm going to pour the rest of all of this amazing green sauce on the top and smother this. I'm going to add in the rest of my cheese, sprinkle that up. I'm not really worried about my enchiladas cracking. That happens a lot with the tortillas, but that's okay. And we're going to cover this up and put this in the oven for 30 minutes at about 380. And for the last 5 minutes, I'm going to take off the foil and just let the cheese get a little bit toasty. So we're going to do just this here. Get everything on there. Pop it and put foil on it and pop it in the oven. I'm just going to lightly cover this. I don't want it so tight that when I go to take it off, it's gonna be hard to take off. Well, there you have it. I've got quick, beautiful, cheesy chicken, spiced enchiladas that were so easy to make that, yeah, now we're gonna try them out. I know they're gonna be fabulous and I better hurry because the family is hungry and I don't wanna deprive them. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this. These cooked up so nicely and they're super cheesy and they're super hot. One of my favorite things. Let's try it. Yum, yum, yum. So, ooh, you can see this is piping hot. Once I take them out of the oven, I let it set for just about 5 minutes just so everything can just, cool down and get cheesy. My favorite. The right amount of spice. Super cheesy, super yummy. Got the chicken is so tender. And the best thing about this is you did it all in the Instant Pot first. And then you basically take it, shred it. As you saw, it was so easy to shred. Roll them up. Use my little my little cup or my mug trick to hold them all in order while you kind of lay them in the pan. And all of my recipes are at sonyasweetspicy.com as well as on my YouTube channel. Now, you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com, Sonya Sweet Spicy, and of course, Instagram at instagram.com/Sonya Sweet Spicy. And of course, as you know, here at Sonya Sweet and Spicy Kitchen, we are always chopping and slicing, dicing and cooking, roasting and toasting. And tonight we are easy-ing and cheesy-ing, if that even makes any sense. So that is it for this recipe this week, everyone. My favorite, this is my go-to recipe when we need comfort food, whether it's summertime, whether it's wintertime. Love these. Take this recipe and take these enchiladas with me whenever I go to a dish to share or a family event where I know that I'm going to just be coming home with an empty pan. So that's it. Have a great rest of the week. I am going to finish this up. This is to die for. Yeah, the troops are saying hurry up, hurry up. So have a great one. We'll talk to you later. Ciao.